Hopefully you enjoyed the intro, and please stay tuned for the outro also. Okay, so let's have a look. So why people ask, why is it that I keep attracting in the same lesson? Why is it that I keep attracting the same people? So if you look at attraction, what we're looking at is law of attraction. Okay, now what you need to really look at is obviously your vibration. Okay, but you need to look closely at, well, obviously you. Obviously you, right? Like we've gone over with the sacrifice. So please watch those if you've not watched those, because you'll have no idea what I'm on about when I look at this as a clock and everything that we've gone over. Okay. Now, law of attraction is a very strange thing because you always think that it's always someone else. Okay. So when you start to look at Saturn, also Saturn, right, as a cycle of one, you, nobody else, you, us, we, you are what you see, you are what you feel, you are what you taste, and you are what you touch. Okay? Us, them, us and them. So, when you look at this as a planet, okay, as a planet of karma, Saturn does not have feelings at all. No planet has feelings because they're not human, they're planets. Okay? So that's obvious to people, right? Now, Saturn is an enforcing energy, where it enforces a lesson upon you, because that's pretty much why we're here as one energy. Okay. Now, law of attraction always states as well that, well, no, we'll go back to Saturn. We'll go back to Saturn. So, if you don't say because your vibration of blame, this is what it really goes down to, is, again, it goes down to your vibration of blame. So a lesson of your soul groups, it really doesn't matter who it is, because your soul groups of people are the people that you attract. Okay? This is why we have billions of them. You are what you see, and you see what you are, and you attract what you are. You attract your vibration of what you are. But it's not them attracting themselves to you, it's you attracting yourself to them, because we're talking about you. You. Okay? So, if you're in a certain circumstance, you will find that if you didn't learn something and your vibration, so say this channel, for instance, okay? Now, what do you think that the best thing that I do in order to fight off darkness, say, or negative people? Well, I kill them with kindness, right? Because that's what we do. So why would you be negative? Again, negative, positive response. So if someone winds you up, say within this channel or something like that, you have to take on criticism and you kill them with kindness, because they pretty much, it works off law of attraction. The people that are not supposed to be in your life will not be in it. But what you're not looking at is that it's the fact that it's you. It's you, okay? So that would still lead to codependency, because people have to see the light. So when you shine bright, okay, bright, and you're not really codependent, the people that are not supposed to be in it will naturally fall away. They will fall by the wayside, okay? Because what you're starting to do is forgive yourself, okay? Is forgive yourself. So, because that's law of attraction, you see, Saturn will put soul groups of billions of people in your day-to-day work, for instance, okay? And it will test you. It will test you. Because what it is it's attracting in a substance exactly the same as law of attraction. It happens, again, with other people to test you, because you can't see it, because it's karma. So you think, well, that's just Mavis from aisle 4, and she pisses me off every day, so I'm going to have to tell her. Right? So you're attracting yourself to her, but you're thinking, it's her. She annoys the shit out of me. I am going to tell her, because she shouldn't be doing that, or he shouldn't be doing that. So I've got to tell you. So what it is that you're attracting yourself to them. You. It's all about you. It's all because, look at this as everybody. When I say you, I don't just mean you, I mean you. You. Okay? So Saturn will always say, okay, well, really? You want to blame someone else? Why is that? Do you not realise that we're all cut from the same cloth? I'm here to make you love everybody, because that's what it's about, because we are all cut from you. From you. You are you. So if you don't learn, pretty much, you start to form law of attraction. Because Saturn and other planets, they don't have feelings. They don't understand what you think and what you feel. They just know that they're going to give you a lesson regardless. So you can fool that pretty much. Because you become independent. You stop blaming yourself. Okay? Because it starts off at forgiveness. Because people that are naturally not supposed to be in your light energy source will naturally fall away when you stop blaming yourself. When you stop blaming yourself, you know, because literally you really will start to form law of attraction. Sorry. Because the good, the good will fall away. God's will. God's will. The good or the bad will fall away. Okay? So will the good. Well, the good won't. The good will see you for what you are. You will stop attracting yourself to it, because what you will start to realise is that I'm independent. I'm not going to certain places in my life. So say if it was a pub or if it was a certain place and you knew that there was going to be certain people there, you just naturally wouldn't think about going to that place anymore, and you would naturally start to think about going towards good places. Okay? So this is where it can get very tricky, because this is where you would start to think, oh, well, no, I need to go clubbing and I need to go and start to do all that. Well, that's because you're attracted to danger, you know, because you're attracted to danger. So what would you expect? You know, that's not saying don't go clubbing and don't go enjoying yourself, you know, but it depends what's looking for you. It depends what's looking for you, you know. If you're in a nightclub, then you're obviously going out in order to pull or get drunk and everything else, or pretty much that you're going to be around people that are going to attract themselves. Well, people that you're going to attract yourself to. Because we are still looking at you. This is why people always say, well, why is it that I always attract in the same kind of person? Because you attract yourself to them. You attract yourself to them. Because as human beings, we seek danger for like thrill chasing, okay? We don't realise that we are, but we are, because that's the mask of karma of illusion, of what we learn through Saturn, why it can be a very testing time, because we go out for a good time, but what we end up in time is having a bad time. Is having a bad time, you know. It took a long time for the bad time to come into fruition, because it was karma, because you attracted yourself to it. Because people still always say, well, why is it that this person did this to me? Well, you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself. It's what you attract your vibration to. Like for instance, when I do this channel, if I'm at a low vibration, okay, at a low vibration, I won't come on. I won't come on. Because, or I won't read comments. Well, comments don't really bother me now, because I understand pretty much that if my response is something negative, you will get a negative response or something, okay? But you kill people with kindness, because the more kindness and the more light that you shine them to give them kindness, they get bored. They get bored, naturally get bored, as you get bored, because you stop seeing it. it's like if you was a drug addict, for instance, okay? Now, I know there's a lot of people out there with addiction, okay? I used to do counselling, but this is pretty much the same process, okay? Now, I said I would do a segment on helping. So, when you're an addict, for instance, okay, the one thing that you always should do is you have to heal, obviously, okay? You heal, but then you start to feel, well, I need to go out, okay? So you're attracting yourself to danger because you would pretty much say swap one substance for another substance. So you're still like thrill seeking. It's finding you as you're finding it because it takes a good while to actually detox, okay? But when you separate yourself away from that, okay, you find something new, you kill the darkness with kindness, pretty much. When we go back onto what I'm trying to get around to talking about you, because it is all about what attracts itself to you, your vibration, because when you're an addict, you can be very much like in denial, obviously, because it's I didn't even know I was lying to myself, denial, okay? So you kind of fool yourself to thinking, well, okay, well, I'm just going to go for a walk, and if I just so happen to bump into Dave or something, you know, I'll ask him how he's getting on, but really what I'm kind of thinking about is, has he got anything, you know? What have you, oh, really? Oh, it's good stuff, is it? Yeah, no, I'm kind of all right, mate, but, you know, you're putting yourselves in harm's way. But you are putting yourself in harm's way, you know, because you think, oh, no, I really don't want to bump into Dave, right? But why did you go into town or into the city or into a rural area where you know that would happen? I didn't. Of course you do. It's denial, right? You know that you're searching for something. So when we go backwards in time towards what we're talking about of law of attraction, it's about, obviously, you of self-awareness. It's always about you, you know, because you kill... You don't have it as an egotistical approach of meaning I'm going to kill people with my kindness. If you're not, you naturally have to be okay with yourself to shine bright. Okay, you don't be egotistical. You just know that, okay, well, I'll just kind of be nice to people. Okay, because like of a negative response, if somebody gives you a negative response, you just kill them with kindness. Because if you don't and you argue, you're still finding that you have something codependent, okay, within you that needs reflecting on as work of why you would naturally need to argue with somebody. Say for me on my internet, on comments, I don't know people, okay. Now I get some people that have literally just been blaming me through a reply, right, through me typing a reply. But I have thousands of replies that I reply to people. But someone, okay, no tea, no shade, but someone was blaming me for something that I text. But to me, when I was texting that, it was no tea, no shade, no drama or nothing. But someone took it out of text. They took it out of text and started blaming me for, I can't even remember now. So what would naturally someone else's response be? Well, I'm going to delete all these people off of my channel. No, helps me out, you know, helps bump up my comments and gets through to, I don't know, whatever happens with YouTube, okay? So I can either delete all that, or I can ignore it, or I can just respond with, okay, yeah, or whatever it is that you say. I can't even remember what I said now. I wish you well, good luck, you know? Because I meant it. I wish you well, good luck, you know. So you kill people with kindness, and I never got a reply back off that. That person never replied. If I'd have said a negative response and said, well, the hell do you think you're talking to? What? You would want to reply to someone. Well, you said this. You done that. You said something that I misinterpreted over a text, right? Right? So we realised about communication that what we do is we communicate with everybody of you. It's how you communicate with you that starts to form off law of attraction. It's how you communicate with yourself, with your ego of your mind. Your mind creates literally everything. When I come up with the intros and the outro, so make sure please that you watch the outro as well. How do you think when I do things like that, do you think that that comes from my mind or from in here? It comes from in here. Everything that I do, you pour it out as in art. When people do art or something and they paint or they draw, it comes from their soul, from the essence of their feeling. You know, that's the creative field of yourself. They don't think about it, they just do it. Okay, so when you're responding to someone, if you're not thinking about it, okay, you wouldn't really have a response of anything negative because you wouldn't be thinking about it. Okay, so then your soul is forming law of attraction of what it cries for. Okay, which is you, which is self-love, self-care. Then you start to see people for their true worth and value as you see your own. As you see your own, because the law of attraction will state that also, that you will not attract yourself to places of danger naturally. You will naturally be okay with what it is that you do. You would be okay to go around, like me, I do everything on my own. I do. If I want to go to certain places, I know that there's a lot of places to avoid and that I wouldn't really go there. But if I do go there, those people don't attract themselves to me anymore, you know, because I rarely go there at all. But my vibration's different and my mind is different through the narcissists and stuff that I went through my soul groups of people. Soul groups. Your soul groups of people that you work with and that you have in your lives, they're the lessons because they're also soulmates. People always think, well, this is my love soulmate. No, we have billions of them. You are the one, you're the one, okay? You, all of us, as one sacrificial energy of one thing. Okay, it's like time of what we went through with metaphysics also. Okay, there are no hands on this. Okay, so for goodwill, okay, the good will see the goodwill in you, and the bad will fall away naturally. It will, through free will. Free will is karma. It's the 10. It's a free will choice to constantly either fall backwards and go towards the dark, or we go towards the light. But we're still talking about you, because when you go to certain places, it's so easy to fall under that bracket of, well, no, in order to find myself, because what we do is we put people on a pedestal all the time. We put them on a pedestal through the pride and the ego of appearance. The appearance of pride is what keeps everything alive. For some strange reason, people put people on a pedestal because of how they look or how they are or how much money they have. Because people are looking for, before they've even had a friendship or any kind of ship, they're looking for the partnership. I'm getting confused with my ships. When the chips are down, people are looking for the partnership straight off, the major ship. Well, no, you have this quality and you have that, and, you know, have you got this and have you got all that kind of thing, and are all your faculties there? You know, some people can make lists of things. Well, you know, how many children have you got? Have you not got children, or have you? Have you got your own house? Have you not got your own house? Do you live in a skip, or do you live in an apartment, or do you live in an actual house? You know, do you have a good job, or do you not have a good job? How much do you earn? You know, I've been on dating websites and they ask you all those kinds of questions. You know, how much money do you earn? Really? Really? Is that a question? Or is someone trying to find out? Excuse me. I'm trying to stop smoking. I'm kind of getting there. But that is a question that places like that ask you. What are your prospects? How much money do you earn? Do you live with your parents? Do you smoke? Do you have a cat or do you have a dog? You know? Really? Hold on a minute. I thought I was talking about you. But now we're talking about me. So who are we talking about? Me? Or are we talking about you? Or are you asking me questions? How much do I earn? Do I have my faculties? Do I live within a 2-mile radius? You know, there are lists on places like that, you know. But as we come back around to law of attraction, you know, the bad will fall away naturally, because what you realise is that you don't attract yourself to those kinds of places anymore, because you're not a thrill seeker, because you're seeing the goodness in people, okay? The goodness in people, not the badness, because in people what you start to forgive is yourself. You forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. The worst thing that you can ever do is blame yourself for anything. Because the moment you blame someone for something, Saturn, okay, do you not realise that we're all cut from the same cloth? Do you not realise, Saturn up here, do you not realise that we're all cut from the same cloth? That one energy made me too. You know? So, what I will do is, I will give you another lesson of a soulmate. Oh, what my love, soulmate? Oh, where's my love? Hold on a minute, Mavis, you're pissing me off. I'm looking for this person. Soulmate, Mavis. Mavis is telling you and showing you a lesson where to look. So you need to open your mind and take a deeper look at what that person is actually telling you or showing you. I'm annoying you. Well, you're annoying me. Again, fighting. Negative explosion. You're pissing me off. I don't know where I'm going. Of course you don't, because I'm trying to show you without telling you. A show and tell again. Okay? You shouldn't be in this aisle. You're looking for bread. The coffee is over there. You know? It's over the road. But you didn't see it because you was probably on your phone or something when you walked into the wrong shop. How dare you tell me that I'm blind? Again, you know. You know? So what you realise is that you attracted yourself into a shop because you're not on your phone, but you was blind to the fact that you walked into a shop to blindly argue with somebody. But that was set up for a soulmate, a connection of someone, a soul group person that's testing your will. That's testing your will of strength, of arguing and blaming. If you're blaming her, who are you blaming? Her? You're blaming you. You're blaming you. Again, you attracted yourself into a lesson that showed you the same lesson. The same lesson. Because you're looking at things of one-dimensional, of one person that trapped me so bad in a ship. In a ship. Okay? In a ship. But this person here is the one that's telling you about your vibration also. Because all you're concentrated on is the ship. Is the control. Is the control. It's not. Love or a spark isn't about control at all. Because if you try to control a circumstance, you're going to be out of control. Exactly the same as drugs, as why it attracts itself to you as you do it. You know? Because somebody that's very codependent on drugs or alcohol or anything like that, what you do is you start to think, okay, well, I'll just have 1 or 2 or whatever per week, cycle of a week. Okay? So it starts off on a Saturday and a Sunday weekend, having a great time on a weekend, but now I've got to go to work. Okay? Great. Oh no, I missed my Friday, Saturday and Sunday and it was so good. I loved that feeling. I know. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Wow. Most of the week really gone. Right? Well, holy shit. I can't concentrate at work anymore because I'm thinking more about this part of the cycle that was really good than the alignment of where I'm at work, where I hate it, but I think I'm in alignment because I'm chasing money. I'm chasing the dragon of control. Okay? So you're chasing an energy substance where you hate being in it, but you're still chasing the money. Law of attraction, again. Same kind of consequence, same kind of thing. Lesson of energy. Still soulmate experience because it's energy. Okay? So, oh no, I need to now not have it at the weekend, but just through the week so I can get all my money so I can then be healthy over the weekend. Oh shit, I'm now unhealthy at the weekend. So I need to now take it all the time. All the time. And then you fall into a pattern of complete denial because you are out of control. Control. Emotions out of control. A substance now that I was trying to control is actually controlling me. You. It's controlling you, you know. So through law of attraction, when we look at that kind of behavior within what humans go through, trust me, I've been down certain paths, you know. It gets very devastational. We start to lose many things, but what we lose is grips of reality of ourselves. We lose grips of who we are through addiction. And I'm talking about many patterns of addiction within love, within alcohol, within drugs, within codependent behaviors. We literally lose who we are as a human being. And then that forms shame. Shame on you, you know. Shame on you. I'm not saying shame on you. What I'm saying is that is shame. That's guilt. We blame then ourselves. Again, you blame you. You blame you. And that's the worst thing that you can ever do is blame yourself. Because you're blaming a consequence that you was literally in. You know. So you have to accept that. When you learn to accept that, you learn to obviously forgive you, again, yourself. You learn to forgive yourself. Then your vibration raises, okay? And then you start to do that process of pretty much of what I've gone through, and you realise that you're actually really okay. You start to gain your bearings back and you start to realise the essence of your light. That you don't attract yourself anymore because you're self-aware. You've been through addiction patterns so many times that you know that it's dangerous for you to go in town or into the city, you know, or for wherever it is that you go. So many times you realise that you can't do that. Some people don't learn, you know, they don't. And that's just an affliction that some people have, you know. And I help and have helped and try to help so many people with addiction. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to know because you can't tell someone that is addicted. You can't. You can help them, but they don't see. They don't see, you know, because they're so addicted to a substance. It's exactly the same thing as codependency of soulmate attachment. A narcissist or a gaslighting situation of control will make you hate yourself, will make you blame yourself, will shroud you with so much confusion where your vibration lowers, but you're starting to love yourself again. But when your vibration is so low, what I was saying about you can leave yourself open for spiritual attack, you leave yourself open for anything, for cold, for flu, for illness, for anything. because your vibration's low. It's obvious that when, like, you know, people start to think, well, why have I got a cough and why have I got a cold and why do I feel terrible? And why have I got the shivers? Because your vibration's low, you know. When your natural vibration is really high, you can accomplish anything. Any illness will be overcome by yourself, because everything is one energy of yourself, you know. Because when your vibration's high, you will start to eat healthy, okay? And that you will start to see clarity. You'll start to realize that things like sweetener and all that kind of stuff will lower your vibration, okay? Same as anything else. There are certain things that make higher, lower vibration. You know, I'm got excess skin, so that bothers me to death. But that's part of self-worth of me destroying myself years ago, you know. But you know, I fast now in order to try to look younger, because I am 43, coming up on March the 8th. Happy birthday to me, to you. right? Happy birthday to you. Where do you think that came from? Thank you, Spirit. Happy birthday to you. We all have them, right? Happy birthday to you. You're all cut from the same cloth. Don't you realise that? No, I don't. Okay, we'll show you. Okay? Because what you really do start to realise after a time that, well, I haven't gone to that area for a very, very, very long time, that I don't actually think about or contemplate going to that area anymore, you know. The bad will fall by the wayside because it's you that's not going to it anymore, you know. It will. When I say the bad will fall away, I mean it's the fact that you won't go to the bad. You won't go to the bad. It won't be the fact that the bad won't come to you, it's the fact that you won't go to the bad. The bad will then naturally fall away because you're strong and independent. You're not in need or want anymore. You're socially independent and your faculties come through and you start to go in different directions towards light, where light will see light. You will see the light as the light sees you. You are what you are, you see what you see, and you are what you eat. Okay? Same substance of energy of one. Okay? People that are supposed to go their own way will naturally fall their own way because it will be you that won't be attracting yourself to that substance. The substance will start to see your vibration and your structure of you, again, that it's not welcome. That it's not welcome. You form strong boundaries of where when your mind changes, that's because your lesson has been learned. When your mind starts to really analyse the fact, oh God, I've got this strong attraction to the ship that I'm in, the ship that's completely sank and destroyed, okay? Because you've got to be in a ship. It's destroyed me, but I still really feel strongly about it. Again, denial, right? So when your mind changes, if your mind is really not thinking about that Z ship anymore, that Z ship has sank. So it's, we all float down here. you know, bet you wiser. I bet you're wiser next time, right? Next time, penny wise. Or Betty wise, I bet you're wiser, you know. We're all wiser after time. We all realise that this person now has fell by the wayside. They've now attracted in a lesson the same as their vibration. Because what we're talking about as a collective that people watch this channel is you. It's you. It's nobody else. Nobody else. When you naturally stop thinking about Z ship that you're in, when you're looking at terror, which I do also, you know, as you know, but because I also see people in my comments to say, oh, I wish that air sign or fire sign, earth sign, water sign would get out of my readings. Well, it's because you're still looking for it. It's because you're still looking for it. Those kind of energies within tarot will show up in every reading, across everywhere, you know. But when you're interested in light, okay, you will... It can play out where there's, like, you'll start to see different signs. You'll start to see the light of signs, you know, the light of day, pretty much, you know. But light always attracts light. Like attracts like. Okay, dislike attracts dislike. If you dislike yourself, you will attract in someone that dislikes you. But they will fool you and trick you in order to make you love yourself. Okay, to love yourself. Like will always attract like, and if it doesn't, it falls by the wayside. And that's the way it goes. That's why you have to learn to release and let go. You know, if you can't release and let go, that means you're still codependent and that you can't see the light of day and that you can't see the light and the goodness in people. Okay? So then, if you can't see the light and the goodness in people, okay, you will attract in the darkness again. You will. Because you have to see the goodness in people. You can't put people on a pedestal for appearance of pride, because that's not right for them or you. Or you. You can never put anybody on a pedestal. That's the worst thing you ever do, because what you do is you put yourself on it. You can never put yourself on a pedestal. You have to see people for their essence of their goodness, you know, because you will attract in goodness. You won't attract in the badness anymore, because you will just kind of walk around a bit like a guru. You will walk around a bit like a guru, because you won't be going into places to say, right, now I have all this light, I'm going to go into danger in order to sort all that out. No, you're not a Cape Crusader. You're not Batman or Superman. Peter or Paul. Peter robbed Paul to pay Peter back, you know. So you start to not go into areas, you know. You don't. I'm babbling now, but I hope you get what I mean. I hope you like the intro, and the outro is coming up, and I'll probably do more segments on this kind of thing soon. But I hope that helped you out, and I will hopefully catch you again soon.